So we were cut off when we got to the second part of our read. So now here we're going to read and we're going to identify the following. Um, this is a chance to turn and talk. So if you're a student talking with another student, maybe a sibling, maybe a parent, this is your chance to talk about the next step. Now, if you're just doing this on your own, maybe doing a quick jot down on a piece of paper, or if you have a whiteboard, which would be amazing, just some way to get your thoughts out. Now, of course, it says give a thumbs up when you're finished. This was supposed to be done with a class. So you'll have a chance to maybe you can pause and then continue the video. So you first want to talk about what happened in the beginning of the story. So what were the events that led up to the beginning of the story or are in the beginning of the story? What happened in the middle of the story? And then what is the question asking us at the end? This is really important that we understand what's happening at the end. So I'm going to stop talking for a minute. If you need a chance to pause, this is a good place to pause so you can think about these things, and then we'll discuss what happened in the beginning, middle, and end of the story. Okay, so what happened in the beginning of the story? So in the beginning of the story, we know that there's some carpet going in a living room, and we know that that room is some feet long and some feet wide. In the middle of the story, we know that she wants to put carpet everywhere except for a section by the door. I don't know if that's because maybe she wants to put down some tile or some wood flooring. We're just not really sure. And for the sake of this problem, it doesn't really matter. But then at the end of the story, it's saying how many square feet of carpet will Ginger need to purchase? So if you're a fourth grader or a fifth grader, you should understand that this question is probably talking about a concept that you spent a lot of time talking about in third quarter. So this is the point where you get to imagine, where you draw a picture. What are you imagining? Are you able to identify any possible solutions? And are you able to make an estimation? Well, in this case, you can't make an estimation because we do not have numbers. But I am thinking that I'm going to be seeing some rectangular rooms with a section that maybe is marked off for no carpet. This is what we would call a rectilinear figure. So if you were thinking that we were going to determine something with a rectilinear figure, I still have not said what we're determining, but that's kind of what would happen here in this imagine part. So take a moment, read the problem again, and if you have a piece of scratch paper, go ahead and draw a picture of what this room, what Ginger's room would look like. You might want to pause because I am going to go ahead on since I only have 5 minutes at a time. So pause the video here. So this is where we're going to decide. It's time to make your decision. What operation are you going to use? Are you going to add, subtract, multiply, divide? Maybe you're going to do a little bit of all of them. Maybe you're going to do some. Is this a one-step or a two-step or a three-step problem? What type of strategy might you use that's going to be most efficient? This is where you would decide that. You can jot that down. Again, if you need time to think, this is a great time to pause, do some turning and talking and sharing what you might do in order to solve this problem.